Well, looks like you guys made it back for another enlightenment video, and I hope that I don't fail to deliver this one. I feel like this is a very vital thing that I need to deliver to you guys, and it's been from my visions for months. So we got to get started quickly here, but to start, I'm going to talk about socialism. As we know, socialism is a very, very bad and evil form of government, and quite frankly, it's been infecting this wretched planet as humanity advances for years. And I'd go as far as even saying socialism is anything but helping humanity advance. If you're allowing yourself to be controlled under this trap, then prepare for a world of lies and corruption. Felt like that needed to be known. It's been proven that oncoming supporters of this socialist life are also the humans that are known for a very low IQ, the inability to critically think for themselves, and even argue properly with others. So I think this disgusting and honestly, downright repulsive belief system is what is misguiding the general public like you from knowing the most basic things, like the real truth behind the human biology. Is what we're going to be talking about today. Without further ado, this is Project ELODI. I've been very clear about this. As I've mentioned many times over, I do receive these truths through visions and dream state messages that has allowed me to actually break free from reality's grasp, and it's helped me become sentient. It's my job to expose these lies to the weak and the misguided, like you, the general public, and I think together we can fight corruption and become pure and enlightened for the world to see. The term ELODI for Project ELODI is actually an acronym standing for Excalibur Life Orb Data Ideology. It exposes one of the biggest and most vile lies the socialists have drilled into all of our humanity's heads, actually, since the book of Mice and Men. To start, humans simply don't have brains. Yes, we don't have brains. Humans don't actually have brains. And from what my research has been and my visions have been telling me, all living life does not have a brain. We all have what I've given the name a life orb, which resides within our skulls where our quote-unquote brains exist. Now, these life orbs, as you can see in the picture that I've actually jotted down directly after experiencing such a juicy and powerful vision from around a month ago, as I zoned out and actually entered the dream state while I was still conscious. These life orbs are shown suspending in the dead center of our skulls, and they have, as you can see, the life orbial arteries. Yes, the life orbial arteries connecting to the base of the skull on 5 points. And actually, believe it or not, these used to be 6 points until lobotomies were brought about and created, and people started disconnecting this final artery from our inner forehead region. There's actually some people that do have 6 to this day. It's a very small amount of these people are regular citizens, and the vast majority are unfortunately mentally ill because they are what I call basically ungenetically lobotomized. They have that orbial artery that no one else has that does induce a dipole for craziness. Now, bear with me here, as you're going to see a lot more drawings of this nature, and if you see past these interesting art skills, is actually the most raw visual representation of the topic in the world. Again, they were directly and freshly produced from my visions and are very, very accurate. So here's actually a closer look at one of these life orbs, and they do tend to have this deep little crimson color perhaps, and are actually slightly very durable. Actually, they're so durable, in fact, that most bullets can't actually penetrate even the outer layer of this life orb. Most gunshot wounds to the head often strike the caustic nerve that connects to our stomach churners, which we will get into in a later video, the stomach churners. But back to what I was saying, these life orbs can only actually be destroyed with what I call an Excalibur. Now, in no means am I talking about that stupid sword. This is something way bigger and more powerful than even what the socialist scum and Big Pharma can wrap their tiny little heads around. Excalibur. Yes, Excalibur. It takes the form of what I think is letter X and is always red. Now, this isn't a, two-dimensional X. As you can see, Excalibur is very deadly and capable of taking out just about anything with a life orb on this very planet. Excalibur executions can be played out in your minds very many times for you to understand the true meaning behind this beautiful abyssal object. As we can see, Excalibur starts here with what I call is the mounting stage. It latches to all four points of contact on all four corners of our skull. From there, Excalibur will constrict with one of the most powerful constriction force imaginable. It simply doesn't stop for anything. Nothing. As you can see, Excalibur constricts and begins manipulating the skull structure and smashing it as it fits itself into place, basically. And now it will continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller, manipulating the skull more and more until we get to a point which I call Joanne's breakpoint. This very breakpoint is where the skull finally splits from the pressure into always four separate regions, as you can see here. The energy released here is so powerful that strange colors and light flashes are like some type of unorthodox bolty form of like fireworks that even the stupidest color-blinded person can see with no problem. Due to the strange energy occurrences, prophecy pyramids from all across the globe, in fact, constantly output this same, it's hard to explain here, intermagnetic pull of some type of frequency simultaneously. Like they all output this frequency simultaneously, resulting in individual skull fragments, as you can see in the photo, and the life orb to effortlessly float, almost like it's suspended in the air for all the spectators to see. Now, as the process progresses, now what we have left is one stupid life orb holding all four fragments together with its arteries, and an Excalibur surrounding it, waiting for it to pop like some type of balloon. Sometimes the constriction area becomes too small. It's actually very often this happens for the Excalibur to actually efficiently exterminate the orb. So what I call a Damascus slice is needed to slice this disgusting little thing in half, as you can see here, and boom. You have witnessed a perfect Excalibur extermination. Excalibur does the job that many of our ancestors have tried to achieve throughout history, and from what we can see here, time and time again, ancient skulls are found with holes drilled right through them, like it's the information that Big Pharma and socialists want to drill into our brains. And this clearly is not an ancient experiment in the slightest. They want to destroy something, and that is what we all now know is the human life orb. This concludes the very important and interesting, hard to wrap your head around vision that I have, released yet. Maybe it's tied with the birthday suit theorem, but I hope you guys learn from this, and I'll see you in the next video.